Hey guys, so Dawn here and Lasair is over there. Today I want to give you an update on the scoot boots or my hoof boots situation. I've made tons and tons of videos on hoof boots and our journey with barefoot and that whole thing, and a lot of informational stuff about the scoot boots, but we've been using them consistently for the past year and a half or so. So I just wanted to give you an update on what I think overall of these. This is probably going to be a long video, so if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I'm going to skip to the end. And the end is, these are awesome. We love them. Lasair loves them. And they are the best for our type of riding. We do extreme type riding and, oh, no, don't do that. We do extreme type riding, and we need something that is going to work for us and not rub and not make him interfere and cut up his legs and all that. So these have been the best boots for that purpose. Now, you got to be careful when you talk to people and having them recommend boots to you, because you got to see what type of riding they do. A lot of people will go, oh yeah, X boot works awesome for me for the past 10 years. And then you see what kind of riding they do, and they never go faster than a walk. And they're always in an arena. That's going to be very different from what I do. That's like polar opposite of what I do. So I'm going to tell you right now, we do extreme stuff. Maximum, as fast as he wants to go for 25 miles and up, sort of thing. And he can go really fast. And he's about 1,300 pounds, so he is putting a tremendous amount of pressure and force on these boots, and they are holding up very well for him. Now, obviously, they hold up better for lighter riding, and then they're not going to last as long for the more extreme type riding. When we started this journey, I just pulled his shoes and was transitioning him to barefoot, and so for the first several months we didn't do extreme riding. We did canter and gallop and stuff, but not extreme, just like la 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 sort of thing. We hit speeds up to 34 miles an hour. So if you go extreme in terms of speed, yeah, we were hitting high speeds, but he was real lackadaisical. By extreme, I mean serious pounding, like what happens in our endurance races. And also extreme would be, flat out galloping or cantering and banking off rocks and bouncing off of things and jumping over little ravines and taking jumps higher than 4 feet tall, and then splashing into the river and water and mud and stuff like that. So that's my definition of the extreme stuff. The scoot boots do work for that, but the chances of losing a boot does go up dramatically when you go into that level, okay? But what I found is that these have been consistently great. If the fit is correct, then they have been consistently great, like a little bit into the extreme stuff. So well enough to cover all of your normal type riding, to gallop and all that stuff. But when you start hitting turbo boosts and going all nuts and crazy, then they're going to start to go. Also, the age of the boots, how much wear and tear is the boots. Why are you licking me? You're such a weirdo. Oh my gosh. You are slobbering me. Ah! He just went to drink some water. Now he's sharing. What are you doing? He is so weird. He doesn't normally do this. He is not a licker. Do you see his face? Oh my gosh. And he's being so intent on it. Why are you so intent? Oh, you think because I'm holding the boot that we're going to go for a ride? No ride today. I need to talk about the boot, okay? But okay, I totally forgot what I was trying to say. But anyways, these are, oh, the age of the boots. So, you know, big question is, well, how long do they last for? I have a pair. These pair have been over 1,000 miles on these, okay? They are really, really worn. I have broken pastern straps before, but they're easily replaced. I have broken front straps before, but you can replace these as well. But I've never broken the actual boot itself. which actually is really amazing. But I'm trying to be careful. I don't know if he's going to bite my shoulder off, but he will tear off the toe right there. He'll tear off the toe. That's a first, but that's a breakover because he's digging so hard into it. So this is 1,000 miles. Now, like, you know, this one, okay, there's a hole in it, but like this one doesn't have a hole in it. And then you're thinking, well, I'm thinking, oh, that's still good, right? And not really. These are only good now for really, really light riding. I'd say, you know, walk and trot only, and nothing much more than that, because they are so floppity. They cut, you know, now instead of holding its shape, they just kind of go blah. Now, even when I have the straps on, I'm just saying, the whole thing is like super duper floppity. It's kind of like when you have your own shoes that you've kept for way too long. Stop. When you've had your own shoes that you've kept for way too long, you know, they're way due to get replaced, and you don't replace them, and then finally you replace them, and then you put on your new boots, and they're the exact same model. The new ones feel so tight and firm. Hey, stop it. And then the old ones feel so floppity, and it doesn't hold its shape, and it doesn't give your foot support anymore. That's what these are now. So right now, these are great for his trailer boots. I do have him put on his scoot boots when I trailer him to help give him traction, because this will still give him traction, and also to minimize vibrations. Vibrations during travel can really bother them. So I'll show you. I don't know if this is going to come across in video, but this doesn't open up that much, and I can't really, well, I can crush it. I don't think this is good, but this feels, you know, firm. It has a shape, and it holds its shape, because this one is brand spanking new. I haven't even ever used it. So you can see the tread on this, and then look at, this is like over 1,000 miles and brand spanking new. So you can see the difference, okay? But yeah, I don't think you can see a difference. You just gotta feel it, and even then it doesn't feel that different. But performance wise, because what happens is, like, when we go downhill, downhill is when it really needs to hold its shape, because it's putting so much pressure across the front here, and that's when the old one will just go bleh, and it almost looks like bubble gum on him. I can actually see it stretch like nothing, versus a new one, or one with still plenty of life and firmness to it. You know, it stays like this. It doesn't go up, you know, like a wonky. Okay, so for extreme riding, these ones have about 800 miles on them, but I used them in a race, and both of these have the same number of miles on them, okay? But this is his bad hoof, and that he's really hard on, and you can see how he's just torn off the toe. And this is the other toe that he didn't tear off yet. So he immediately, and this was during a race. So unfortunately, these are no longer good for race, but this is still good for normal riding. And then I'm going to show you, let's see, this is a size 4, and their regular one is round shaped. Whoa, Lasair, you are so, If you guys have been following me, you know how I talked about how Lasair is super clingy after races? Well, we just did a race, I don't know, last weekend. So, see, I told you, it's like that. After a race, you know, in about like a week or two after a race, he is like so clean. So anyways, these are both size 4s. And this is a size 4 of their original, which is a round shape. And this is a size 4 slim. Now, Lasair actually is more of a slim than he is a round. And that is actually why I had some fit problems at the beginning, because I was using the scoot boots before they came out with the slims. After they came out with the slims, then I put these on. Oh my gosh, it was a huge difference. It fits so much better, and it works so much better for me. And so that's the difference. Everything else about them are the same. Let me compare it to a brand new. These ones probably have about 200 miles on them. Okay, so this is 200 miles. 200 miles and brand spanking new, never been used. This is the round and this is the oval slim. So round hoof versus an oval hoof. Everything else is the same except this part. The originals, this opening, there's a little border down here and the opening is kind of in the middle. And with the slims, the opening is right there above the sole. And I think they did that to make it even easier for rocks and stuff to get out of there and slip through. Either way, I like both of them. And sometimes the hoof can come out a little bit there, and then it even helps to help the retention. So that's the difference between a regular and a slim. And now for the Gluon, the Scoot skins. This is a Scoot skin, and this is a Renegade Gluon, okay? So I'm just gonna show you this because I have it. Currently, I don't think they have a slim skin yet, but this is their skin. So it is a round one. Here's a Renegade. The Renegade looks more oval to me. And I don't know if Renegades have different shapes, but you can see that the Scoot skin has a lot more height to the walls. That means a lot more glue. I have used this before, so all of this gunk that you see on it is actually the VetTech Adhere. So don't judge because of that. I think I've already put 100 miles on these. So you can see they're still pretty new. You can still see the original. When they come new, they have those ridges. You can still kind of see those ridges on here. And now feeling it, the big difference is that this one is really hard, and the sole is really hard, so I can't really bend it, and this is soft up here, but the sole part is hard. I can't bend that, versus this is the same material as their boots, so it's softer. So the big thing is this is going to give you more sole protection. This is going to give the horse more feel for the ground. If they don't need sole protection, this is better because it'll also give you more shock absorption, right? Because it's softer, flexible, you know, absorbs shock. This is hard, stiff. So it's, you know, ow, that kind of hurt. Okay, that doesn't really tell you anything, but anyways, so it has a higher wall than the Renegade. but otherwise it's about the same, and it does have this opening up front, and it does have the opening on the sides. It's show you again. Okay, so it's basically pretty much like they took this and took off the pastern strap thing and took off the straps up front and cut out the back, and then you got a skin, okay? But the base and everything is pretty much the same as their regular boots. Now for the Gluons, I was experimenting with those, and the thing with the Gluons is you actually get more retention with the strap-on boots, because the strap-on boots can get bounced around and they can get wonky. There's been times I look down and a boot has kind of twisted a little, and I'm like, ah, dang it, you know, I got to get off and fix that. But then we go a little bit, and then I turn and look again, and it's already righted itself. Well, that's not going to happen with a Gluon. The Gluon is only held on by the glue. So once that glue starts to separate out, there is no recovering from that. You know, dried glue is not sticky anymore. So usually it'll start breaking the seal from the heels. This breaks out, and then each concussion is going to just break more until it comes off. So it never recovers, and once it starts going, you know, the retention properties only gets less and less and less with time and stress and all that, versus the strap-on boot, where basically it can get all wonky and stuff, but you know, once it rights itself, it's reset back to zero, and then your retention goes from there again. Okay, so that's a difference between the Gluon and the strap-ons. I actually prefer the strap-ons. They stay on better, they're easier, they're more affordable, they're the Gluon, it's a real pain, and it's expensive once you add up all the tips and the glues and then the time to get it done, and then if you mess up and all that. And I found that even when I had the Gluon boots, I still wanted to carry spare strap-on boots as a backup, and for me, I actually use that backup. So then it's kind of like, you know, when I did it with just the strap-ons and they were working great, they would last the entire race and I wouldn't have any problems. One of the problems that I'm having right now is that, okay, so at the beginning, Lasair was just transitioning to barefoot. Before that, his hooves have been hurting him. He's been having all these body issues and stuff like that. So actually, he wasn't moving very well. He wasn't moving himself at a maximum, at most efficient, and all that. He was below norm, right? And then it's been like around a year and a half. He has been improving. His hooves have improved, and then his body issues start going away, and then he started being able to stride out and get stronger and stronger, and using himself better, but he got more powerful, more movement, you know, more, everything just went through the roof. You know, I wasn't even used to it and stuff. So then we started experiencing issues with boot retention. And of course, during this whole time, his hooves has been changing shapes and stuff like that as well. So, you know, everything is in constant motion with him. You can't see, but he's actually lifting his leg trying to do tricks. And so then what happened was, in the races, he's starting to go faster and he's starting to pull harder and push harder and everything, and I'm having to adjust to that with him. And then we're having to, it's basically like he's turning into this beast of a horse that it's awesome that he's feeling so great and he's able to really tap into all of his power and stuff. But you know, it's hard because a lot of other horses don't move like that, and these boots aren't really designed, I don't think, to, you know, really be able to take that much abuse, and it is abuse. Check out my race videos. You want to see what I'm talking about, and you know, check out the videos where he's moving and how he moves and stuff. None of those can really give you, like, the full picture of how hard he is on boots, but he really is. None of the other boots would work for us at all. So you know, you got to take that into consideration when I'm telling you that. Well, let's put it this way. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we never lost a boot and all that stuff, because I'm not going to tell you that the scoots are infallible, because, you know, that's not true, and that hasn't been our experience. But I don't lie either. You know, these boots are great, and most people are not going to put them through the abuse that we put them through. And I'm very upfront with, you know, what type of riding we do and stuff like that. So please check out all the data, and then you can make the judgment for yourself. Oh my gosh, you are such a brat right now. Okay. Sorry guys, I can't get away from him. Anyways, so what I found is that these boots are at their strongest and best performance probably within 500 miles of you know. Sorry guys, I can't get rid of them. Okay, so anyways, what I found out is that these boots are for us probably at their strongest within 500 miles, and then after that, then they start going. I can totally see these boots lasting for years for an easy rider, you know, walk, trot, just trails and stuff. Oh my gosh, these boots are gonna last you forever. They don't. Other boots that I've had, they actually shave away a lot, and these don't shave away. They also, other boots that I've had, like the backcountries where it's canvas and leather doesn't hold up against the elements as well, and it doesn't hold up to stress and abuse as well. And Lasair has torn it, and he stretched them out, so by the third ride they're no good anymore. They just fly right off. These retain their shapes tremendously well, and he's never been able to actually tear the body of this. So that's been amazing. You got to be careful about the fit. Really, when you know, people ask what boot should I get, I always say get the boot that fits your horse. So basically, ask your horse, figure out what boot fits his hoof the best. Figure out what type of riding you do, and then figure out what type of features you like. For these, they're great because they fit his hoof shape, and even when they didn't, I was able to do the modification. I call this my padded collar mod, and I have a video on that. But I was able to do the modifications to make a round hoof, a round boot, more ovally in shape, so that they would fit better. And remember, size is not the same as fit. I've said to people before, well, it doesn't sound like you got the right fit. And then they go, well, no, it is the right size. And I said, yes, you can have the right size and have it not be the right fit. Just like you can go to a shoe store and try on all different shoes that are the same size, and each of them feel a little different. That feel is the fit, you know. The same size, one could still pinch your toes and one doesn't pinch your toes and stuff. So size and fit are two separate things, and you got to be aware of that. If you want to have some kind of performance boot, then the big three are the Easy Care boots, the Easy Care gloves, the Renegades, and the Scoot boots. Really, all the other ones that encompass are more like a tennis shoe stuff. They're too bulky, and I showed in my other video how mud and water, it's like a bucket. Mud and water gets caught up inside it, makes it super heavy and bulky, and then it gets waterlogged, and it's heavy, and then it gets dragged down and comes off, and so also stretches out too much. And so your big three are the ones that you want to focus for if you need a performance boot. Okay. All right, so that's all for now. I just wanted to give you an update. The Scoots are awesome, totally love them, and we're going to have to keep using them for a lot longer and stuff. They come out with new stuff all the time. Like they just came out with a shim that can help with fit issues. So it's the right size or you're between sizes, then there's a shim to help tighten up the fit. And that is awesome. That's exactly what I've been saying, you know. But stuff like that, they really listen to their customers. I mean, since when I first got them, they only had one thing. It was just the Scoot boot, right? It was just this, and since then they've come out with the slims for oval hooves, the skins for the Gluon boots, and then they've come up with different types of gaiters, and then they have this locking pastern strap feature. I think they've adjusted how soft these are, so they're easier to pull, and the design of these have changed a little, and also now the shim to go in there as well. So great product, great company, and thanks for watching. Any questions, just let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.